If you're watching this video, the chances are you probably have chubby cheeks. Even if you're skinny, you might even have abs, but you still have chubby cheeks and have never been able to get a defined face. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 different ways that you can get a slimmer, more defined face and get rid of those chubby cheeks. I recommend saving this video because I'm about to give you guys a lot of information and you probably are going to forget it. Also, listen closely because everything I say is going to be extremely important, and these are all the things that I really did significantly helped me lose my chubby cheeks and face fat. So at number 1, and a lot of you are probably expecting this, is a caloric deficit. This is when you're burning more calories than you're consuming in a day. To know what your calorie intake is, just go to a calorie calculator. What you have to do is go to any search engine, Safari, Google, it doesn't matter, and just type in nutrition calculator. It's going to ask you for like your height, weight, and some other statistics, and after you put those in, it's going to spit out a number telling you how many calories you consume in a day to maintain the same weight. What you want to do after figuring out that weight is decrease it by 1, 2, or 300 calories. Doing this is going to put you in a caloric deficit, making you lose fat all over your body, including your face. So this is pretty obvious, a lot of people know this, but if you don't, this is how you get abs, this is how you lose fat on your body. This is the only way. It's by burning more calories than you consume in a day. I do have a few warnings. Don't go into too far of a caloric deficit, as it can stunt your growth and maybe even take away some of your muscle, because if you don't, your muscle is going to dissipate along with the fat. And when I say high protein, I mean 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I recommend going to the gym while you're doing this, so that way your muscle will maintain no matter what and you're not going to lose it as you're cutting down your fat. Also, another disclaimer, if you're really young, this might stunt your growth, so I don't recommend going in caloric deficit as a young teenager unless you're like morbidly obese or just overweight in general. But if you're an average weight person, I don't recommend this. Alright, so that clears it up for number 1. At number 2, I have debloating. Debloating is basically removing the water retention from your face and body. To debloat, you have to just decrease the amount of carbs and sugar you're taking, as well as drinking a lot of water to make sure you stay hydrated. You also need to decrease your salt or sodium intake. Salt basically makes you retain water in your face and body, and the reason you want to get rid of this is because water likes to attach to sodium, and if you don't have the sodium in your body, the water isn't going to attach to anything, or at least less of it is going to attach, if that makes any sense. Some other ways to debloat is by taking diuretics, which come in a pill form, which I don't recommend, but there are also natural diuretics like watermelon, asparagus, and other fruits and vegetables. What diuretics do is basically increase the amount of times that you pee during a day, which is literally just going to get rid of all the liquid in your body. Like I said, I don't recommend taking the pill form of diuretics. A lot of bodybuilders do this, but it can result in liver issues, so don't recommend doing that. But the natural diuretics are completely fine, like fruits, vegetables, all that, it's all natural. So for number 2, debloating, the key points to take away is eat less salt, eat less carbs, and try to stay hydrated so you're peeing throughout the day. It's pretty simple, and it's going to make a pretty big difference on the chubbiness of your face, and it shows a difference without actually losing fat, which is going to be pretty good for most of you guys because losing fat actually takes a while this will show results overnight. Number 3, I have increasing your testosterone. What this is going to do is basically disperse the fat around your body differently, meaning it's going to decrease the amount of fat in your face and store it elsewhere. You can increase your testosterone by working out, getting sufficient sleep, having a good diet, and many things of that nature. Just living a healthy lifestyle as a guy is going to give you higher testosterone, and it begins to peak as you get older. You can also take supplements to increase this, like ashwagandha, which will decrease your stress levels, thus rising the levels of testosterone in your body. So yeah, these are some simple things that you can do to increase your testosterone. So the key takeaways for number 3 is just living a healthy lifestyle, and as a guy, this is going to naturally increase your testosterone. That being said, this actually leads into point number 4, and this is just being patient. So it might sound a little cliche that I say that being patient, it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Now, there's an actual scientific reason that I say that, and that's because as you get older, the fat disperses around your face differently, especially once you exit your teens and enter your 20s, you start to lose a lot of the fat in your face. So whenever you hear somebody mention baby fat, that's actually a real thing, because like I said, as you get older, that fat is going to dissipate out of your face. Those chubby cheeks are going to start to fade away. That's why a lot of actors and models and other people start to look different as they get older. Now, this could actually be a bad thing or a good thing. It really just depends on how your bone structure is. I can make an entire different video on that, but the most important thing to note when I say be patient is that as you get to your upper teens and early 20s, that is when you're going to start to see the most noticeable difference in the amount of fat in your face. But be patient, don't worry about it. It'll start to happen over time regardless of what you do. So number 5, and this is going to sound a little bit over the top, but it's a real thing, and you need to decrease the size of your buccinator muscle. I'm not completely sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's the muscle located in your cheek right here. One of the things that you do to actually increase the size of this is by drinking through a straw, doing any slurping motions, pause. Anything involving a suction of your cheeks is going to increase the size of your buccinator muscles. What I'm trying to say is you don't want to do those things. The proper way to drink, swallow, or do anything of that nature is by using your tongue. I'm gonna have to show you guys an example using my tongue. So let's say I'm drinking water. You take it in your mouth, then you want to place the tip of your tongue behind your front teeth like this. Then after that, you kind of roll it, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but you go like, so it's kind of like a wave that pushes the fluid down your mouth. Whenever you do this sucking motion, like, as you can see, this makes them go in and actually trains your buccinator muscles. Dr. Mike Mew, he invented mewing. It's basically a thing where it changes the way your face looks, gives you hollow cheeks, and does a lot for your jawline. He actually goes over buccinator muscles and why it's important to have them smaller. So if you really are curious about this to go more in depth, just look up Dr. Mike Mew buccinator muscles, and something should come up on that. So yeah, all that being said, I really hope this video was helpful. I definitely saw results, and by doing all of these things, it's definitely going to make a difference. All that I ask is that you like this video if you enjoyed it, and you subscribe if you want to see value for self-improvement every single day. On YouTube, I post shorts in that format. You can also follow my TikTok at dylan.latham. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. More videos on self-improvement coming soon.